You know what? Let's get started. We're recording this anyway, so we could send through the recording and you'll be able to hear it that way, if that's okay with everybody. So I'll back up. Point and agenda was to walk you all through the onboarding for the fund. The AUM for the fund right now is 1631, with a little under 300 coming from the Horizon Kinetics team. I did want to talk about the fact that we have a full-on responsibility of a team in investor relations with Kat and Kyle. Kat, can you just introduce yourself?
Yep. Hi, everyone. Kat here, leading the investor relations efforts, supporting your clients, onboarding them onto the fund, and anything else they may need.
Kyle.
I'm Kyle. I'm an associate that works with Kat, and I work primarily with the Plus Sub platform.
Shiva, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, Shiva Chan, Director of Business Development, helping to coordinate the collaboration between Plus Subscribe and the subscription process for the fund.
Ben.
And I'm Ben. I'm an associate, and I help the senior executives with their business development efforts.
Andrew Miller, Managing Director, Senior Salesperson. I've probably spoken to all of you guys a bunch of times over the last few years.
Yeah, perfect. So really the point was that Kat and Kyle are dedicated in title and job description in dealing with client onboarding, and Nishiva, Ben, and Andy have had a deep involvement in all of the above. So right now, the steps to invest are these 1 through 6. On the left-hand side, you see Horizon Kinetics. This is essentially what the Horizon Kinetics team is responsible for right now. And that's just to say, hey, I have a client, they want to invest. Go to the fund website, register, and I'm going to either extract information from you that we can pass on, or you're going to follow those instructions and go ahead and register through the Diamond Standard team helping. And then Diamond Standard, typically Kyle and Kat initiate conversation, and they deal with steps 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that's setting up the account, reviewing and signing the content, confirming via wire, and then getting their subscription and login details. Diamond Standard, we've been handling our accounts from the beginning through the end. We do a lot of this in conjunction with the team at Plus Subscribe. The good news for everybody at Horizon Kinetics that doesn't know this, Jared from your team has been trained in how to use Plus Subscribe along with another Horizon Kinetics executive. So that was part of the impetus of having this meeting, was to let everybody in sales know that Jared is familiar with Plus Subscribe, as is, I don't know the gentleman's name, but there was another back office Horizon Kinetics person that can assist. So not only are we all here to help with the process, you guys now have internal people that understand the entirety of the process. So step 1, again, it's super simple. You go to the fund website, they have a drop down where they can select a partner, and then they name the specific sales executive so that information is held in our CRM so that I could talk to Alan and mention which sales executives are generating sales. They get a really nice thank you after they register that says, hey, if you have any questions, email us or call us. This information goes to our team and we handle that, which we have. People do have questions right out of the gate. And a lot of times they're ready to invest pretty quickly, where they have their details together and they're ready to rock and roll. Step 2, they get an email from Kat as our AVP of Investor Relations, introducing herself and saying, please pull together your bank information, as well as accredited investor information, which is simple. It's full name, firm name, email, registration number, etc. These steps we're happy to take care of, and we can walk anybody through this pretty quickly. So the thing that's in the air and can go either way, we're happy either way, are those steps 3 through 6, which is executing beyond this. So Horizon Kinetics rep, whether that be Jared or somebody in the back office, could handle it from top to bottom. Or, and this is critical for the sales executives on this call, you can tell your client to get on a call with us, and we will input all of the information on your client's behalf. Alternatively, we can get on a call with you and we can instruct you on what we need, where you can aggregate that information on your client's behalf. And this has become a little bit of a shorthand between this team and sales executives like Augustine at Horizon Kinetics, where she's got a pretty steady clip right now of clients that are investing. She's actually been pulling together the information and then flipping it over the fence to us. But critical is that she knows exactly what information to send to us. And that's been based off a conversation. So we're happy to get on calls with each one of you individually and walk you through that. It's relatively simple. Again, Jared understands how to leverage the platform as well as somebody at Horizon Kinetics in the back office. When they go ahead and they register, and they're getting into the system, whether it be that person or whether it be us on their behalf, this is actually a recording of Kyle going through the registration process. This is how easy the software is, guys. This is a 4-minute video. We're not going to wait in the entirety of the 4 minutes. But when we're on the phone with your client, this is what they see. We share a screen. We ask them questions. They go through the prompts with us, and we fill out the information on their behalf. Alternatively, and ideally, we kept saying that they could do this on their own. But in order to ensure that there's no back and forth or real questions, we've just been doing it on their behalf. And it's really easy. Sometimes we do it on our own, where Augustine will send over all of this information that we've requested that we know we would need. All right, what's the business registered address? Where are they investing from? How are they doing this investment? And she gives us the information. And then Kyle will spend an hour inputting the details, and then we move forward from there. But it is all relatively simple. I'll scroll through all the way through the end. You'll notice when they get here, they upload their documents to the system. It's a simple drag and drop. They just select these boxes where they tick off these boxes. Again, super simple. And then they're prompted to sign their document, and then we're off to the races. This is, if anybody can navigate a Word document, they can very easily navigate the Plus Subscribe system. To note as well, not only do you have this team here, you have Jared internally. However, you also have Plus Subscribe. They have 15 customer service reps that we leverage a lot. And they actually kind of reprimand us when we're on the calls with them. And we're like, all right, well, we're going to walk the Horizon Kinetics through this. So just send them our way. So we have many, many resources to make this as painless and as frictionless as possible. When we're reviewing things on our end, and you might say, hey, Kat, where are we with that one client? We have a flow chart within Plus Subscribe. So we know where they are. In progress means that it's out for signature to the client. Submitted is under review, indicates the submission is with the fund admin. IGO, or in good order, means we're ready to accept funds. NIGO means something is missing from the submission. There was a layer that we added here in order to ensure the ultimate layer of compliance, where typically we were just having Doug Jordan, who's the president of DSAM, signing the document. We inserted an additional layer so that we would reduce any back and forth. And that additional layer is all of these documents, when they're completed by your client, get put in front of our Chief Compliance Officer, Corey Reason. Not until Corey reviews all of the content and confirms all of the content does he sign it. Then it goes to Doug Jordan, where he signs it. Then we send all the details off to NAV. So we're waiting for the compliance level to happen at the end, but the upfront is super simple. We're covering ourselves from a compliance perspective. We're documenting everything through the software. Those details then get wrapped into our CRM by the investor relations team. So we're tracking from that perspective as well. I had 2 meetings with Alan, your CFO, to discuss building a dashboard for the Horizon Kinetics sales team so that you all get appropriately compensated for the deals that come in. We just haven't had the volume to create that dashboard, but Ben has already built out the dashboard. Once that starts happening, we're happy to give you guys weekly dashboard reports. I'm sure that can go to Al or somebody to present at your weekly sales meetings, but that's relatively easy for us. This is the final step. Once NAV confirms, we just say, hey, great, these are the wire instructions. Please send over your funds. We're absolutely ready to rock and roll. That's it. 17 minutes, new record. Questions, please.
Chris, have you had any success with any major broker dealers that we're already doing business with and getting them to accept, custody?
Yes, we have a couple of them. We're on Millennium Trust platform, but the major thing is we're approved on Fidelity's platform. So we have had some investments through other Horizon salespeople through the Fidelity platform. So we're approved on there. And we're trying to reach out, get on Charles Schwab. Eventually we'll be on Pershing. As we get more interest in the fund, we'll get approval for all these other platforms. Because we are part of the DTCC and have an AIP number. So that just makes the process very simple to do. We just need a client to request, I want to invest in the Diamond Standard Fund, do my IRA from this entity.
Sure, I understand that. The super majority of my clients and my team's clients are advisors, and they're advising other people. And most of them have they're not allowed to sell away, meaning they're not allowed to instruct their clients to go somewhere else with their money.
Right. Well, all we have to do, if you have a client that wants, let's say you have XYZ fund, their client wants to invest in there. Let's say it's Pershing. You just have your client reach out to Pershing saying, I want to invest in the Diamond Standard Fund. And once they reach out, they give us the contact, or they reach out and we take care of the rest.
Oh, if it were that easy, that would be great.
It's easy in theory. Obviously, we have to fill out a lot of docs, but it's very easy for you guys, I should say.
Yeah, no, I just think we have plenty of issues getting products on the major broker dealer platforms. And I'm not talking about Schwab or Fidelity or TD or Pershing for that matter. I'm talking about Merrill Lynch, UBS, Wells Fargo, Morgan Stanley, those companies. That's where our clients are.
Right. And to be honest, those are still probably a little bit ways away yet because you have to build the volume and stuff like that. They have to do the research. But if people are eager to invest, I've had people transfer money in from Morgan Stanley into Millennium Trust. They open up an account in Millennium Trust, which takes a couple of days, and they make the investment from that way with no tax implications.
Yeah, I think that's the individual, not the advisor.
Right.
That's the advisor's client.
Right. But again, more advisors request it, then that speeds up the process also, like on the Morgan Stanley or the Wells Fargo. We just need the right contact people and let them start doing their research on us now.
Yeah. And I will say, Chris, for runway for this, that's what the Plus Subscribe platform was built for, was advisors to just be able to execute this on behalf of their clients, for them to scale that. And that's why we got excited about it, because typically all those clients are going to be, their accreditation will be confirmed already. So it's a pretty easy process at that point where they're just clicking a button. They're saying, hey, what's the number? Click, 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 and it goes through. So all this infrastructure was built, with green pastures ahead of us.
Right. And with Wells Fargo, if you have a contact we could reach out to, if you make the introduction, we could get the process started. It will take a little bit of time, but we can get the process started. We just need the client to reach out.
I know exactly what it is. She just has to get back to me. I've already emailed her. I've emailed her twice now. She just hasn't gotten back to me. Same thing with RBC and Raymond James. So, I've reached out to them. They just haven't gotten back to me.
Okay, perfect. When they come back, just give us the information, then we'll take it from there and get them onboarded.
Any other questions? Are we good? All right, gang. Al, I don't know whether you're eavesdropping, but I'll send this recording off to you to share with the team.
I did hear, Chris. You did a great job. Thank you.
Oh, great. All right. So we have the recording. I'll send it out. Actually, you know what? I don't want to put that on you, Al. I'll send it to the emails that I had invited to this meeting so that everybody can access
Thank you.
Super.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys. Bye-bye.
All right, thanks, guys.